Hello learners, welcome to the course E-Assessment. In this video, we are going to see about rubrics. Rubric means a scoring guide used to evaluate the quality of students' constructed responses. It is a set of criteria for grading assignments. Rubrics usually contain evaluative criteria, quality definitions for those criteria at particular levels of achievement, and a scoring strategy. They are often presented in table format and can be used by teachers when marking and by students when planning their work. A scoring rubric is an attempt to communicate expectations of quality around a task because the criteria are public. A scoring rubric allows teachers and learners alike to evaluate criteria which can be complex and subjective. It is aimed at accurate and fair assessment, fostering understanding and indicating a way to proceed with subsequent learning and teaching. Several common features of scoring rubric can be distinguished according to Bernie Dutch and Nancy Pickett. They focus on measuring a started objectives or performance, behavior or quality. They use a range to rate performance. They contain specific performance characteristics arranged in levels indicating either the developmental sophistication of the strategy used or the degree to which a standard has been met. Scoring rubric include one or more dimensions on which performance is rated, definitions and examples that illustrate the attribute being measured, and a rating scale for each dimension. Dimensions are generally referred to as criteria, the rating scale as levels, and definitions as descriptors. Herman, Ashbacher and Winters distinguish the following elements of a scoring rubric: one or more triads of dimensions that serve as the basis for judging the student's response, definitions and examples to clarify the meaning of each triad or dimension, a scale of values on which to rate each dimension, standards of excellence for specified performance levels accompanied by models or examples of each level. Rubrics can be classified as holistic and analytic. Holistic rubric integrate all aspects of the work into a single overall rating of the work. For example, the grades commonly used at university, that is A for excellent, B for good, C for average, D for poor and E for weak, usually expresses an assessor's overall rating of a piece of work. When a research article or thesis is evaluated, the reviewer is asked to express their opinion in holistic terms. For example, accept as is, accept with minor revisions, requires major revision for a second review, or reject. The classification response is weighted judgment by the assessor, taking all things into account at once, hence holistic. The second type is analytic rubrics. An analytic rubrics specifies various dimensions or components of the product or process that are evaluated separately. The same rating scale labels may be used as the holistic, but it is applied to various key dimensions or aspects separately rather than an integrated judgment. This separate specification means that on one dimension the work could be excellent, but on one or more other dimensions the work might be poor to average. Most commonly, analytic rubrics have been used by teacher to score student writing when the teacher awards a separate score for such facets of written language as conventions or mechanics, that is spelling, punctuation and grammar, organization, content or ideas and style. They are also used in many other domains of the school curriculum. For example, performing arts, sports and athletics, studio arts, wood and metal technologies and many other. By breaking the whole into significant dimensions or components and rating them separately, it is expected that better information will be obtained by the teacher and the student about what need to be worked on next. Using rubrics have many advantages. Many experts believe that learners' work is much better when a rubric is made available to them. Learners know what is expected of them beforehand, so it is easier for them to meet the objectives. Rubrics are also beneficial for teachers. They can make grading much more quicker and also much more fair. Teachers can also use a rubric they create on several assignments. A teacher can also refer a student back to the rubric if they are not satisfied with a particular grade, so the student can understand why that grade was given to them. Rubric also come with some disadvantages. Rubrics can be very time consuming to create, and time is not something that most teachers have an excess of. It also can be difficult for teacher to come up with the appropriate language for the rubric so that the expectations are very clear. Sometimes rubrics require much revision in order to use them easily. So, rubrics come in many forms and can help both teacher and student greatly. For teachers, rubric can speed up the grading process as well as give them the opportunity to show students what they are expecting of them. For learner, rubric can help clarify what they must achieve in order to get a good grade. Creating rubrics can sometimes be difficult and time consuming, but overall teacher and learner both benefit greatly from rubrics. I hope now you understand what is rubric and types of rubrics. Based on this, you can develop and use a rubric which is suitable for your class. Thank you.